why aren't we making progress as fast as we could? Okay, let's start with me. And we go from there. I'm Ray, and I'm CEO of Allegory, and we're helping remove the friction in grant funding.
Okay. What inspired you to work on this problem? Having written plenty of grants, I can only imagine what inspired you, but I'd love to hear it from you.
Sure. I mean, I've spent my career mostly in tech, and I think I spent 2 years working at an INGO where we were able to take the capital that was awarded and distribute it to people impacted the escalation of the conflict in Ukraine. And we were able to create a platform that distributed that capital in like 14 days or less. But what I saw as I lived through that was the grant process was extremely cumbersome, both on the front end and then the post-award settlement process.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed akin to something like maybe carrier pigeons. I was like, man, I feel like we could do a little better. And so the more I dug into it, the more I realized, wow, this is pretty broad and widespread, and I think we could solve it.
And what's the basis of the technology? Is it AI driven? Like what are you using to facilitate this?
So yeah, we have an AI native platform. We are in the Cloudflare kind of launchpad pro. So we're using a lot of Cloudflare's products, tools, and services to help facilitate our agent infrastructure. And so what we want to do is it's not just an agent that writes a grant, but it helps match you to the right organization, helps with a post-award settlement process by understanding your fiscal spend as well, to help reduce the reporting overhead, both for the grantee and as well as for the people that are providing that capital.
I'm always talking to folks about how many opportunities there are out there for grant funding, but it's often like the heavy lift of actually going through the application process and the time frames that are associated with that. So anything to make that more efficient is definitely welcome.
Our audacious goal is we want to go from application to funding in 30 days or less.
Nice. Love it. I sincerely hope you achieve it because it's much needed. Shifting gears a little bit, I often find founders are the best mentors for other founders. And so I was wondering if you had a piece of advice you would give to somebody who is either just starting out on this journey or maybe considering making the leap.
Give yourself grace in those moments of doubt. I think when you're on the roller coaster, I think there are great days and then there are not great days. And I think you're going to make mistakes and you're going to fail. And you have to give yourself the grace to be okay with that. But as long as you learn from it, and my kind of mantra is onwards always. So one step forward, even if it feels like you're taking 2 steps back, it's just about continuing the journey.
So much of the startup mythology is based on how great it is to be a startup founder. I don't think many people who haven't been through it realize how difficult it actually can be. In your journey as a startup founder, do you have a particular resource or touchstone or something that you either use on a daily basis or return to on a regular basis? It could be something as simple as a newsletter or a podcast, could be a book, also could just be like, as a human, I need to go to the coast every 90 days or whatever. Is there something like that you find supports you in your journey?
Yeah, I think for me, definitely getting outdoors and just feeling the gravel under my feet as I go for a hike there's something, I don't know if it's therapeutic about it, but giving my brain and my body the space to kind of explore outside of that's always helpful. There's a book that I go to, it's called Reboot by Jerry Colonna. That's a very good one that I go back to extremely frequently. I don't know the exact quote, but I think it's, what am I doing that's keeping me from making the progress that I want? I don't know this exact quote.
Yeah.
More how am I complicit in the situations that I say I don't want. I think that's a really reflective question that I try to answer as much as I can. Like, why aren't we making progress as fast as we could? Okay, let's start with me. And we go from there.
Now that you've spent time sharing insights and advice for us, I just kind of want to turn the question around. What can we be doing to help you and the company you're trying to build?
I think for us is, we're still early stage, I guess, enough. We need customers that are feeling this pain. So that's always the thing, right? You need customers. So it's just for customers. But I think other than that, for me is, people that have lived it and have gone through it, that are willing to kind of be in your corner. I have a couple people that I reach out to, but I always think it's great to have more experience. The whole idea of seeing around corners, right? There's things that as a first-time founder, I don't know, and I know I don't know them. But having people that can kind of help me would be extremely valuable.
Do you have a startup story to tell? I would love to hear from you.